These are the super easy 9 faceless YouTube niches that made $250,000. And let's get to see them straight away. Now, this one is called Global Discovery. What they're talking about different kinds of issues. And when we look at what they've done, they have 81 videos and they have done already 1 million views. Now, what are they talking about? They've zeroed down to issues that are mostly in the United States, and they are talking about issues that surround things that affect the United States in terms of trade, in terms of how people are living the United States and how they are being affected, corporations. It's mostly business related kinds of videos that talk about the different kinds of issues that affect people in this area. And these are videos that you can be able to make because these issues come up in the news each and every day. So you can be able to do your research and be able to also venture into such a niche, which is very, very super easy to create. But you're always going to get views because people are always looking for news that is surrounding these kinds of issues because it affects them directly. And when you're doing videos for a segment like an audience which is in the United States, I believe the revenue per mil is going to be very, very high when it comes to such a channel, and you'll be able to make even over $20,000 when it comes to the channel that or the niche that you've chosen. Now, this one is also easy. It's called Beyond Sky. They have 25 videos, and what they're talking about different kinds of aviation topics. So they're covering facts, they're covering history, but mostly they have zeroed down to the aviation niche or the air travel niche. Now look at their thumbnail. The thumbnails are quite simple, but they tell these stories very well. Now I can see that they have consistency when it comes to the text that they have. They're using it a black text with a yellow background. At least I've seen it in most of the videos. And when you look at how they have designed their thumbnails with these cars that are with the planes that are portrayed out very, very well, then it is very evident that the issues that they are talking about, they have been able to emulate very well when it comes to the simplistic thumbnails, and the titles that they are picking are very good. Let's look at the most popular videos. The most popular videos that are really doing well. This one was done 1 month ago. It's 1.1 million views, and mostly it is simplistic. The thumbnail is simplistic. Even this one, which was done 3 weeks ago, which has 126,000 views. Also, the thumbnail is simplistic. Now, this style of thumbnails you can copy when you're going into this aviation niche, but also the topics that you are talking about. The topics are very, very important. You want to be able to choose topics that are going to be intriguing in the minds of the people, but also topics that are going to allow you to give out value, because I've seen their videos and they're giving out quite some value. That's why they're getting views. So this is also another option of a niche that you can go into when you're starting out your faceless YouTube journey. Let's go to this one. This one is called Beyond Military. They've done 130 videos, and when you look at what they're doing, they have 184 million views. Now this is quite good. So what are they doing? They're mostly doing military related videos, and they've zeroed down to the to videos about Ukraine and Russia, talking about drones and those kinds of issues, and they're getting a huge insane amount of views, because given that people want to know about these issues, they want to know how they're happening, how the things are really coming to force, and this channel is really putting out those issues in a much more better way, and they are doing quite well. Even when you look at their thumbnails, the thumbnails connects to the stories that they are talking about. It is always something that I've told you. It may not be particularly in this niche, but for any niche that you go into, you want to research the thumbnails that are quite doing well in that niche. Why are they doing well? What kind of emotions do they evoke? You want to be an artist. When you're doing and you're going about this YouTube faceless job, you want to be an artist. You want to view YouTube as a marketplace where you're going to put out something and you want your audience to perceive you in a much more better way. And how do they perceive you? They perceive you with your thumbnail, and they perceive you better with titles that are selected that align with what they want to know. And when you look at this channel, it is doing quite that well. They have videos that they've done 1 month ago. They're already 1.4 million views, 1.5 million views, 1.3 million views. That means that the videos that they are doing are really quite sought for. But also the way they have decided to do their thumbnails, it is quite a very consistent pattern that is working out for them, and I believe you can be able to emulate it. Now, this one also that we have on the list, it is called attraction through stoicism. People really love these kinds of stoic philosophic videos because they talk about various kinds of emotional intelligence tricks and things that help them to, first of all, be aware of themselves and become better. People always seek to become better, and this channel is doing well. They have 82 videos and they already have 257,000 views. Now, I want you to look at the simplicity of the thumbnails. The thumbnails are quite simplistic, but they also connect and tell a story of what they are talking about. When you are doing these kinds of videos, you want people to, first of all, understand what you're talking about. You want people to understand what you're talking about, but also what you want them to know. You want them to get that story quite easily when they just look at your thumbnails. And the consistency here is that they have this white text that is on a black background, but also the characters that are in the thumbnails, they are really connecting to the topics that they are talking about. I always emphasize this. This is very important because when you do that, it is going to be very easy for your audience, the people that you target, to click on your videos and be able to watch them. So when you nail that with the titles and the thumbnails, and then you go in the videos and you are able to elaborate and give value of what you are talking about in the thumbnails, you connect the three elements, then you can be able to dominate any faceless niche that you go into and be able to make money. And they're doing quite a wonderful job. Now let's go to also this one. This one, it is in the health niche. I selected this one because I loved the way they do their videos. When you look at what they've done, they have 273 videos and they already have 10 million views. Now, this is a lot. I believe this channel is even making over $50,000 if I'm not mistaken. When you look at what they're doing, they're telling stories about the different kinds of things that can happen to people. Mostly they're appealing to the older people and how they can use these hacks to become better. So they're helping people to become better, but mostly people who are 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, and 70 years, and 80 years older. People who are looking for hacks to lose weight, to maintain their faces, to maintain their memory, different kinds of things that happen to people who get older. So when people get older, they have different kinds of health issues. And now what they are trying to articulate is that how can you be able to deal with these issues? And given that they are into a pain point that is quite well known to the people who are in those age brackets, they are getting a huge amount of views. Now, how are they generating these videos? They're using an AI generated voiceover, and with the avatar that is talking in these videos that they are using, they're using a tool like Jag AI. Jag AI can help you to create voiceover videos that can be able to emulate any kind of character who is going to narrate your script in a much more better way. So this is very simple. These are one of the actually this is one of the simplest channels that you can be able to go into because the information is out there. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can look at how they are making their thumbnails. Their thumbnails are quite simplistic, and they are doing well. They are bringing in views. So if they are bringing in views, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can emulate the style. You don't have to do directly what they are doing or to just copy each and every aspect. You copy what they're doing. How are they designing their thumbnails? Then you can use that style to design a similar thumbnail. But also for the topics, you want to look into the topics that are already doing well. You can go here to the most popular videos and you look at the topics that are really doing quite a good job for them. So if these topics are working out very, very well, you can choose from those very topics that collected very, very many views, and you can be able to capitalize on this opportunity. Before I go any further, I want to call upon the people who have not subscribed to this channel. I'm going to call upon you to please subscribe to this channel, because each and every day we put out a new video, and these videos are meant to help you get a variety of alternatives when it comes to the different kinds of faceless YouTube niches that are making money, and you can be able to make an informed decision, choose from those niches and start right away and be able to make money. Now, if you really want to make money, then you're part of us. Please subscribe to the channel and get these notifications of new videos on each and every day to be able to learn how these channels are making their videos, how are they thriving, and how you can be able to capitalize on those opportunities. Let's continue. Now, this one is called Justice Tales. They have only 33 videos and they already have 123,000 views. Now, why did I put them on the list? I put them on the list because prior to this, they were doing different kinds of videos and these videos were not working out. And this was just a few weeks ago. Now, when they switched, because they've just switched to this style, when they switched to these videos, they have just switched and flipped the script to doing videos about Russia and Ukraine. And these videos are very, very simplistic to make. They're very simplistic videos to make. You can make them, and they have started to get an insane amount of views. Now, I love what they are doing. What they are doing is that they are making the thumbnails quite simplistic, and what they're doing with the videos are one of the simplest to make. They're using a voiceover that is talking about different kinds of issues about the Ukrainian war, and they're using just an image, a simplistic image, as a layover of the voiceover. So this is something that you can be able to do by using tools like Fish Audio to generate audio, or 11 Labs. You can also use a tool like CapCut to edit these videos very, very simply. And this is one of the niches that is fetching different kinds of views. And when you look at that, they started this style 4 days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days ago. They are putting out these videos very, very fast. 2 days ago, 1 day ago, and even today they put out a video 22 hours ago. It already has 13,000 views. Now, this style of videos are simplistic. You can go into them and be able to make money. Now, this one is called also, I think we've seen this one. It's called Minute Tales USA. They have 16 videos, and what they've done, they're using video avatar for the narration of the videos. They're using the very same voice, a clone voice of Warren Buffett, and they're using video avatar that is similar to this very character. They're talking about different kinds of financial issues that affect people in the United States. Videos are quite simplistic, thumbnails are consistent, and they are making money. These styles of videos are very, very simple. It's like the prior niche that we've seen. You can be able to enter and be able to do these kinds of videos. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Look at the patterns of things that are working out. When they're talking about these issues, why are they trending? Why are they working out? How can I be able to capitalize on these very videos? And you can make money. You don't have to do the niche research for yourself. We as a channel, we've zeroed down to making niche research for you. So you're going to start from there to see how these videos are being done. How can I emulate what they are doing? How can I be able to capitalize on the trends that are working out? Because most of the channels that we have on our lists, there's channels that are very new, channels that were started 3 months ago. So this puts you in a position that is very, very good for you to understand how they get to do their videos and be able to emulate them. Now, this one on the list, it is also good. They have 197 videos and they have done 8.7 million views. Now, what are they talking about? When you go in their description, what they are talking about is mostly different kinds of things that describe the mysteries that surround these theories. Now, it is a mystery related kind of channel, and when the way they are putting out these stories, it is quite captivating to their audiences. Now, there are different kinds of things that get to happen, things that have happened and things that are still happening in various spaces. So they are not quite zeroing down to one mystery, but the mysteries that they are talking about, they're talking about mysteries that are in space, things that researchers have found out about, and they are quite telling these stories in a very unique way. Even when you look at their thumbnails, some thumbnails are quite simplistic. They are simplistic and they tell these stories of the mysteries that they are talking about quite very well, and these are very easy to make. You can be able to make these voiceovers very easily, but even for the videos are also simplistic to make, and you can be able to make money. You don't have to really get to. So when you go into such a niche, you want to emulate the aspects that are working out very well. But also, when you look at how they get to narrate their videos, you want to also elaborate on the mysteries that you are talking about to give your viewers a sense of the things that are happening, but on that particular topic. And when you do that, I believe you can be able to make views. This channel is getting over $30,000 with only these videos. So now this one is the last one on the list. It's called Buffett Wisdom Zone. Now what are they doing? The videos that they're doing, it is simply a voiceover and different kinds of issues that Warren Buffett talks about, but mostly economic things that are surrounding things like the stock market and how the US is reacting to different kinds of issues and things that might happen in the future. People are always seeking for these kinds of videos, and with this niche, I believe the RPM is over $15. You can be able to make quite a huge lump sum of money. These are one of the easiest videos that you can also go into and make, and you can be able to make quite a huge amount of money. When you look at the videos they have 26 videos, and they have done already 773,000 views, which is quite huge. They're doing a very huge number of views when it comes to the limited number of videos. You can be able to go into this niche and also make money. Now, if you love the videos that we put out every day, we put out videos that showcase various niches that you can easily go into and make money. But mostly these are faceless YouTube niches where you don't have to show your face, but you can be able to make videos and be able to earn quite a huge amount of money on every single month. Now, if you love the videos that we put out, I'm going to call upon you to please subscribe, because on each and every day we promise to give you a video that is going to give you fresh niches that you can capitalize on, but we are going to improve on each and every video that we make to make your experience on this channel even much more better. So please subscribe to this channel and see you in the next video.